folks, Keith here from Commander Hoop Celtic. So, great weekend. Kicked off the domestic season with a nice 7-0 win against St Johnstone. Hat-trick by Ryan Christie, Nisham, Johnston, Griff, Edward. Absolutely fantastic to see the boys playing phenomenal football. And obviously the crowd looked like it was magic as well. The huddles and all, and what's his name? Can't even think of his name there for a minute. Rod Stewart going crazy as well. But it's just great to see that we're going to be kicking on this season. Hopefully we can get games like that where we're winning 5-0, 6-0. Once we can get the 3 points, it'd be good. So this video today is about the pre-match CLUJ on Wednesday night over Romania, 7 o'clock kickoff. Now the game is on Celtic TV and it's also on Premier Sports as well. So I'll be watching on Premier Sports myself. So tough game ahead. This team are playing against CLUJ. They played in the Champions League in the last couple of years anyway, so they have a bit of pedigree to them. They're a good side. They're the fourth most supported team in Romania. The Romanian league is a difficult league. It has like Stella Bucharest and all in, which is a tough league. So I don't think there's going to be a walkover, especially over there. Like obviously Sarajevo was a different opposition, different country, but the weather's going to be very similar. It's going to be quite hot. You're going to be looking at nearly, especially in Romania, you're going to be looking at nearly 25 to 30 degrees heat, which is quite humid for the boys at the climatising over in Austria and Switzerland, going back to Glasgow, then going back over there again to that type of Europe as well, which is quite hot. But looked at a bit of research about CLUJ itself. So if any Celts are flying into Bucharest, it's a 6.5 hour journey in a car up to CLUJ. CLUJ is located northwest of Romania. Now it's a small town, so there's actually a couple of Irish bars in town itself. There's the Irish bars are literally situated in the old town, which is about 5 to 8 minutes away from the stadium, which is not bad. The stadium itself holds 23,000 people. Sorry if I'm slurring my words again. Still haven't recovered over these two teeth taken out anyway. But anyways, to the game. There's two pubs there. The beer is really cheap in Romania. You're going to be paying €2, £2 a drink. Which is, they have their own currency. They don't have euros. I'm sure they accept euros anyway. Most places do. But it's going to be quite hot. I don't know what the weather's going to be. I didn't check the weather forecast for the game, but I'd say it'd be quite warm and humid anyway. But starting up, I think we're going to beat these. They've won two in a row. I watched the last game in the weekend away. They won 4-1. They like to play a lot on the wing, which is a threat for Celtic as always. But I think we could beat them with pace-wise. They like taking a few shots from outside the box as well, like most football teams do. But my starting prediction for the game, I'm going to say Bain in goal. Comfortable, clean sheet. Why not? Like he's been quite good in the European performances for us this season. So Bain in goal. Right back is still a question mark. Is El Mohammed fit? Is he going to be ready? He came off the weekend. He could slot Beaton in there or put Iron in there. But I'm going to say, to be safe, I'm going to say El Hamid will play. Centre backs will be Oyer and Simidovic. Happy birthday, Simidovic. The reason why I didn't go with Julian is because basically he still hasn't played enough games for Celtic. He's only played 1 or 2 games so far, so I hope he does well. He has a good season. Obviously, our most expensive defender anyway in the club. Left back is going to be Bongoli. He's doing quite well since he came in. Obviously, with KT's fully fit and doesn't go to Arsenal, he's going to have some major competition on his hands because KT is the fans' favourite. He's quite getting up the pitch like Bongoli is. But I'm going to say Bongoli, obviously, he'll start there. He'll lay the territory in this game. Midfield, it's going to be the same midfield that played the weekend. Brown is the defensive midfielder. I think he has over 100 appearances now for Celtic in Europe, which is a phenomenal record to have. He'll lead the defence and the midfield as he usually does, pushes them up with that beloved yellow captain armband. So it would be Bruni in there with Callum. Christie be pushing up as the attacking mid. I know Callum can play attacking mid obviously, but I think Callum might take a couple of shots outside the box. A few assists out of him might go well. On the right will be Jamesy Forrest. Jamesy will be crucial in this game as he does in most European games. Shows them what the pace is all about, driving that ball into the box, using the outside of the foot. And then on the left will be the goal scorer from one of the goal scorers from the weekend, which is Mikey Johnson. He's been a fan's favourite this season. It's been absolutely immense, and hopefully he does a bit of damage like what he done in Sarajevo. Absolute class. And then on the up front, I'm going to go with Edward. And as much as I love Griffiths to play this game, I think Edward will be more suitable. Griffiths could come off the bench, provide a free kick, provide a corner, get them a bit of blistering pace. So he's going to go with Edward. The bench is going to be quite obviously strong. We have Gordon in there. We'll have Hayes. We could have Julian. We could have Sinclair. We'll have Nietzsche. Some attacking and defensive options. That's quite strong. It's an exciting bench. So the predictions for the game, I'm going to say 2-1. The reason why I'm going to say 2-1, I think we'll concede first. I think it's going to be a hostile atmosphere to go to in Romania. I think we'll edge it definitely. I think pace-wise we'll beat them. They've only played 2 games this season. They haven't played much pre-season as well. Now don't get me wrong, they did beat Tel Aviv over in Israel, but look, I think we can honestly do these big time, and especially if we bring them back to Celtic Park with an away goal or two. Close the curtains on this. But the winner of this draw between this legs will play Slavia Prague. Now Slavia Prague are a good side. Obviously they're a really good team. Czech Republic side. We played them back in 2017 in the pre-season, which we drew 0-0 with them. So we get a bit of experience from that game as well. I know it's a different team, different sides. It wasn't a full strength team, but like Bruni and Roger Gentini played, and Forrest. But as I said, 2-1, I'm going to fancy this. The goals, where they're going to come from, I'd say it's going to be a Ryan Christie goal, and it's going to be a Callum goal. I don't think the strikers are going to score. I think the midfielders are going to be up for this one. So 2-1. If you can't concede away, happy days, be even better. But hope you enjoyed the video. As I've just done a recap, there is a couple of Irish bars in CLUJ. It's £2 a drink. They're only literally 5 minutes away from the stadium. So I hope you enjoyed the game. Don't forget to subscribe. And thanks very much for supporting the page. Hail, hail, enjoy. All the best.